Hello guys, welcome to Dinefolio. Alright, this particular tutorial is designed to walk you through how to use the Dinefolio dashboard as a restaurant. Before I proceed, I'd like to say congratulations for deciding to use Dinefolio to run the operations in your restaurant, your hotels, your cafes, your lounge, and your food business. This is one of the best decisions that you've made this year for your business. Now, let's go ahead and then walk you through the different sections of the Dinefolio dashboard for restaurants. Now, we have the operate section, we have the catalog, we have the team, we have growth, we have finance, and then we have system as well. Now, what I'm going to be walking you through is the different features that are found inside the operate section. So we're going to be working on the dashboard, the orders, standard point of sale, cashier, tables, end of day, and work period. We will somehow derail from the operate section to catalog and possibly to other sections too, but this particular video is designed to just help you understand how to use the operate section in our platform. Now, let's go ahead and just click on the operate section. Here we have the dashboard, the order section, the standard point of sale, the cashier section with the work period, the end of day, and the tables. Now, in the dashboard area, you get to see your total sales, your invoice due, your total payments, your net sales, and then the order summary as well. Now, if you go over to where we have the orders, all right, the orders here will show you the different orders that come to your dashboard, either from the QR code or from the standard point of sale. Now, let's come over here to where we have the standard point of sale. This is one of the storerooms, the biggest features in this platform. All right, so now this standard point of sale allows you to see different customer tickets. What you're seeing right now on your screen are the different customer tickets, and we have 42 of them, meaning you can have 42 running orders simultaneously on your dashboard. Now, when you click and open this, you can be able to like place an order for food for your customer. Now, this particular icon, just like what you've already seen me do, when you click on it, it helps you place the standard point of sale in a maximized window format. Now, before we continue in this side, I will just walk you through everything. First, the cashier section shows you where to create a new bill. For instance, let's say you're not creating the order from the standard point of sale or from the customer from the QR code. Now you can actually create a new bill from the cashier section. Now you can also check out your customer orders. You can recall bills. You can receive cash, check receive cash, reprint bills, settled bills, see the settled bills, the debtors section, and voided orders. Now let's go ahead and then check out the tables part. Now here is where you can actually create tables and then map them to your waiters. Okay. Now this is the section where you just create a table. You can click to tap. You can tap this add table and then create a table. Let's say I want to create another table. Let's say 11. Now I can just bring the table here. All right. Now tables can have various shapes. Let's say you have in your restaurant, there's a part where we have the bar, a different section where customers sit, and then you have another section which is like the restaurant itself where they sit as well. Then maybe there's a lounge part of it. So now you can use these colors, these shapes to denote the different sections of your food business, your restaurant itself. Okay, so maybe this circle could be the lounge, then the rectangle here could be maybe the restaurant, and then the square could be a rectangle could be the restaurant, and then the square could be a lounge, could be your bar. Sorry. All right. Now this is where you can check out the staff table assignment. You can click here to select a particular waiter and then go ahead and then assign the waiter to a particular table. So in this case, we can just do table 5, for instance, and then you can click to assign that particular waiter to table 5. Now, if you come over to where we have the details of the staff, all right, you see here that the staff has been assigned to table 5. So all others that come from the QR code or come from the standard point of sale where the table number was specified, it will come as 5 will come to Esther. All right, so let's go ahead and just test the platform. Now, the first thing we're going to test here is going to be the standard point of sale. All right, so here is for the standard point of sale. We're going to just walk through it. If you tap it, all right, the standard point of sale, you see this particular feature. So I'm going to click here to maximize it. Now, these are the different categories of the food menu, all right? And when you tap on it, it will show you the food menu items inside these different categories. So now we have the T-line whiskey here. So if you want to add these to your cart, this particular section is more like the cart. So you can click this to add it to your cart, all right? So, and then let's say you want to buy like 5 portions of famous gross. You can just click on 5, then you click on famous gross. That gives you 5 of famous gross, all right? We can go to breakfast menu. You see boiled yam, you can just tap on it, all right? If you want 3 of fried plantain, 3 portions of fried plantain, you can just click on 3, then click on fried plantain. Now, let's say we want to go for energy drinks. I can just pick Power Horse, pick Black Bullet, as the case may be. Then I can go over to where we have the soft drinks and pick what I want. Now, let's say I want to pick a champagne. I can just go here and pick Martel VS. All right. And then what other thing? Let's go to soups and swallows. Let's say I want to pick a white soup a la carte. So I will just go ahead and tap on this. Let's say I want 2 portions of the white soup. I'll tap on it like that. Beautiful. Now with these, all right, we already have some items in our order, all right, but we haven't placed an order yet. Now we need to specify the customer's name, all right. It's not compulsory, but yes, you should specify the customer's name. So in this particular time, I'll call the customer Jack, all right. So I just had to tap on select customer, then I added Jack as the name. It appears here where you see customer Jack. For the waiter, it is compulsory to select the waiter. So we can go ahead and click here to select a waiter. And then we can just go ahead and select Esther, for instance. Now here, we've selected Esther. It shows here waiter is Esther, customer is Jack. All right. Now we can also select the table. So we can just say table number 5. All right. So now that's fine. So now we have table 5. What we need to do is we need to go ahead and then place an order for this item. Now, if you can see, it's not showing anything submitted yet because you've not submitted the order yet. So, but once you click on order, you have successfully submitted. You have this particular order sent to kitchen. There will be a bell that rings, and that means that you've submitted the order to the kitchen. Now, if we go ahead and come out here into where we have the customer tickets, and then we just minimize this a bit, and then we go to where we have the order section. Now here in the order section, we can now see the order that has come. It shows here the name of the customer is Jack, table 5, and is already assigned to Esther. Okay. Now we can go ahead and verify the customer. Let's just say you walk and then you check table 5. You see that the customer is there. You can click on verify. All right. This is what the chief waiter does to verify that the customers are there in the restaurant. So you click on verify. Now, then the kitchen supervisor gets to mark these particular orders as preparing, ready, and served, and all of that. So here we can just mark it as preparing. All right, we can mark this as preparing as well. It changes colors like that. Let's say the food is ready. All right, the food is ready, and then the drinks are ready. Of course, the items are separated in categories. So we have the kitchen, we have the bar. So let's say it's also ready here. Now, once that is done, we can actually mark as served. All right. So once we mark it served, we can also, the kitchen supervisor can mark this. Either the bar supervisor or the kitchen can mark that, okay, the waiter came to get the item. All right. And then the kitchen can also mark that the waiter came to get the food. So it's served. Now, once it's served, it appears like that. What we now need to do is we can go ahead and come back to the standard point of sale. When we come to the standard point of sale, we can successfully print the bill. We can tap here to print the bill. Now, this is how the bill looks like. When you tap the bill, basically, you'll be able to print it. If your printer is already installed in your system, you'll be able to see your printer, and then you click on print. You won't be seeing save. You just see print. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing that can happen is you can go ahead and then settle the order. Now, the order has already been served. The customer has eaten. You've printed the bill and issued it to the customer. Customer has made payment, so it's time to settle the bill. So all you just need to do is come over here to where we have settled. Let me maximize this. Click on settle, and then click on all. All right. And then if at all the customer paid all in cash, POS, or transfer, so you have to click on all first. But then there is a case where the customer basically paid a cash amount, a POS amount, and transfer amount. All right. So in this case, you can put the amount of money here. So we can just say 200,000. All right. We can say here uh 3,500, then we can say here 30,000. All right, that way we have successfully done 233,500 naira. So I can confirm the split payment. Order is settled. When you close it, it shows green before it disappears. Now, let's say you want to print the settled bill. All right, you can come over to the cashier section, go to settled bills, and then you will see the payment. So now it shows here payment method is cash, POS, and transfer. It shows all of it here. You can tap on this eye icon here, and then you see the details here. You can go ahead and preview how the ticket looks like. This is the ticket. All right, and then you can go ahead and print it for the auditor or for the accountant, or the accountant can do it by themselves. You can download PDF as well, and that's it. So now the next thing we need to do real quick is let's look at how to use the QR code for the customer, like to place an order. Now before I continue, I want you to see the difference. If we come over to where we have the orders, all right, it has disappeared. Let's go ahead and place a quick order for food. Let's just say we want to buy beer, a couple of items here. Then soups and swallows, I just pick a couple of things. Juice, I pick a couple of things. Then when I click on order, it will ask me to select the waiter's name. So I just select a waiter. Then I'll just pick here David. And then I'll just place the order. Once I place the order like that, the bell rings, right? Now what I need to do next is I'm just going to leave here and come back to where we have this. Now I'm going to come back to where we have orders, right? So you see here that the order is from the point of sale. Okay. Now when an order comes via QR code, you will also see that it came via QR code. So let's go ahead and check the QR code of this particular restaurant. Now this is Twin Peaks Lounge and Grill. So I'm going to just use my phone and scan the QR code. Then I will place an order. Once I click to scan the QR code like this, okay, it will show me, well, since I can't really show you my screen right now, so I'm going to do it on the desktop. So but when I scan this QR code, it will take me to this particular page that looks like this. All right, so I got this particular URL from here. When you scan this QR code, it will take you to this particular menu, this URL for the restaurant's food menu. So if I come over here, I'll see this particular view on my phone. All right, okay, so now I can just go ahead and then place an order. If I come to where we have, let's say I want to buy swallows, I just add a couple of things there. All right, so I want to buy brandy and whiskey. All right, maybe 3 of that. I think that's about it. Then I can go ahead and proceed to checkout. It will ask to put my name, so I'll just put here Ezekiel, and then table number, I'll just say 3. And then I can go ahead and confirm payment. I can do bank transfer, pay with card, or pay in restaurant. In this case, I'll just say pay in restaurant because I'm assuming I'm in restaurant, so I want to pay like that. So if I go ahead and place an order real quick, now my order has been placed. If I come over here to where I have a notification that there's a new order from Ezekiel at table 3. So I'll just click on this. It will bring me here. So if you can see the screen properly, all right, we have here QR code, we have here point of sale. This is the previous one that I just did. I wanted you to see how it looks like. Now this particular table 3 has not been assigned to any waiter, so it is now the responsibility of the chief waiter to assign it to anybody. So I am gonna assign it to Prosperity here, and then now we have this particular detail. Now you can also verify the order, you can verify this order, and then of course you can change the status of this. Now let's go ahead and see what the customer sees. Now, if you come over to where we have the track order, all right, if you click here to track order, you can click here to order again. This is basically what the customer sees. The customer sees that there are 2 items in the kitchen. All right, this is basically the total order. All right, so 2 items in the kitchen, it's still pending, 1 item in the bar. So now I can go ahead and change the kitchen to, let's say it's ready. All right, so now let's say it's ready. And then right now it shows here ready. Then we have let's say I change this bar to ready as well. So now that's also appears here as ready. Now basically the customer can track this, the category progress for their different orders. Now the customer can also send a message. Please make my food less spicy. All right, and then sends a message. When it sends a message like that, okay, sends a message like that. what we have here is when it sends a message like that, the restaurant gets to see it here. So please make my food less spicy. Sure, something like that. So the restaurant responds, and then the customer also receives the response here. Now, um, now this is the next thing that we need to do. Now, that has been done so far. A message has been read, so the count goes off. Now, the next thing that we need to do is, let's just say it's served. For instance, it's served. The next thing we need to do, this is also served. I need to go ahead and settle the order here. All right. Now, for every order that comes via the QR code, you won't see it in the standard point of sale. Rather, you will see it in the cashier section. So if you come to the cashier section, you see customer orders. This is where you see it. All right. So you can actually mark it as paid. All right, mark as paid, and then you can go ahead and confirm payment. You can do split here as well. So confirm payment. Once you do that, it gets out of customer orders and goes to settled bills. This is it. Now, but for if you come back to orders now, we don't see the order from the QR code anymore. We see the one from the standard point of sale, the POS. Now, if you come to the standard point of sale, you can now click on this, and then you can now go ahead and settle this bill. So you print the bill, all right, and then present it to the customer. Customer makes payment, then you settle the order. So I can say all, I say cash, then I settle, and then I close it. It shows green, then it disappears. Now that's basically how to use the standard point of sale. Now I'm going to show you some other features in the standard point of sale that will make it like that you will need when you're using our technology. Now let's say let me open a ticket here, beer. Let me add a couple of items here. So we have these items here, and then select waiter, then just say David. All right, now I've placed an order for these 3 drinks, but then it's basically 3 different people that drank it, and they want to now pay for these particular items individually. So what we can do is I tap on this and move the item to another table. All right, so I'll move it to maybe MO1. Okay, once I do that, it's gone. I click on this medium, move it to MO4. All right, now that way I have only one order here. Okay, now if I go ahead and come to MO1, I have to place an order for this particular item. So let's come over to where we have this. I'm going to place an order. Then let's just say this person's name is Jack. Okay, so I just place an order for Jack. Then here I come to 3. This one was already submitted. It's 4. So I'm going to place an order for this one. Let's just say this person is Sam. Then I place the order. Perfect. Now if I come over to the orders here, I'll basically see 3 different orders. You see here. So the order item is this one, and this one. And then I can settle each of them. Now let me come over here to where we have these items. Now what I need to do real quick is I'll come over here and settle this order. I'll click on this and settle the order. All right, cash, settle, close. I'll come here and settle this particular order as well. Settle, all, cash, settle. Then I'll settle this other one. Basically that's how to split the order and then just settle them individually. Okay, so now we have settled all the different tables, and then we are good. All right, so if we come over here to orders, we don't have any order again. If we come over to where we have the cashier, we go to settled bills, we'll see how each of them was settled. All right, now basically around the same time, you see here. All right, so if you click here, you see 1 items and all of that. Okay, perfect. Now at this point here, we've talked about standard point of sale. Let's try something else. Let's click on this and create an order. Let's say there's an order like this, 2 items here. I'm going to place an order, and then I'm going to say Oku, for instance. All right, I just placed an order. The next thing I need to do real quick is I'm going to place another order in MO6, then just for 1 item. So here, and then I'll just choose here and say Ola. All right, okay, good. Now I have 2 open customer tickets. All right, now I want to merge the order in MO4 with MO6. All right, so let's say you just want to merge them so that they can become one. So I'll click on, if we come over here to where we have the order section, so we have 2 orders, right? Now let's go ahead and come here and see how we can merge them. So if I come over here and say merge, All right, I'll click on merge. It will show me the other table that I can merge it to. I'll just click on merge. It's merged into one. So now I have these items here. You see? Correct stuff. Now I can go ahead and just settle as one. Now, that's fine, right? Now, if you see here, it was already merged into one. You see, it has these other nodes, merge these into these. Beautiful. Now, and I can go ahead and come to standard point of sale, and then don't mind what it's open here. When we settle it, it goes off. Then let me go ahead and then merge it. Let me just settle it at once. Now, and I'll settle this. Point of sale, settle it, and then settle this. All right, so now that's basically how to merge the tables and then continue with your application. All right, so we have done that. I think that's going to be like the end of this particular tutorial. I'll get to see you in the next one. Bye for now.